Hello, my amazing Aries. Welcome back to my channel. As you know, I'm Sachi the Scorpio, and I'm here to deliver your guided twin flame soulmate reading as a mid-month check-in for May. So there's a lot going on. I hope that you guys are feeling good after that Scorpio full moon. Like, let me tell you, everyone that I know, it's been hitting them like a ton of bricks in a good way, in good ways and bad ways. But you know, what was revealed through the full moon needed to be revealed. So I think that we're all kind of coming to some pretty big conclusions right now. I want to let you know that during the cleansing ceremony, I kept hearing that the end is just the beginning. I kept hearing that as a mantra. And also when I was shuffling the shadow deck, there was some sort of like expression that wanted to come out, and very much about a creative project is what I was feeling. But anyway, let's see what are the themes for Aries. I hope you're enjoying Taurus season. Stone people vigilance and whale breach. So there has been some aspect of you having to hide something. I think there was a breach in something that you've been hiding, or something, you know, like I was saying, something's been revealed. Like the stone people, the vigilance, this is, you know, the people who live in the mountainous regions that can blend in. You know, their culture has been very vigilant to the point that they've been able to survive, you know, without human contact. That kind of energy, you know what I mean? Of like hiding something very carefully and being vigilant about that. But there has been some sort of breach in that, where, you know, in these waters the whale came out, and yeah. All right, what else? Well, dance celebration. So it's good. You're happy about this. You're happy that either someone has, you know, breached through your thing in order for you to be able to express, or you are celebrating the fact that something that has been hidden for you very carefully for a long time has finally come to head, and you are just ready to do this celebration dance. Wow, good for you, Aries. One more one more for Aries. Yes, forest breathe. Now you can finally breathe. Good. I'm so happy for you. You can finally take a deep breath, like, oh, finally, I just know. Awesome. All right, let's see what's going on here. So we have the Star and the Ten of Pentacles. So something did not seem to line up here when it comes to the physical world. You know, money, housing, anything tangible you can put your hands on. Something just was not... Something just was not lining up. It's like, it's not the time. And I think that you finally have come to that conclusion because you found something out, and now you're taking like a breath of fresh air. But like, oh, finally, I got that message that like, yeah, it's not going to be the Ten of Pentacles. You know, we're not physically aligned right now. We're not going to connect at the moment. Let's take a look at the light aspect of this. Whoa. Okay. There's a lot that wants to come out. We're going to ask them. All right. We have Snubble twice. So, you know what? We'll take this one, but they need to be a little bit more specific. So I'll read this first and see what comes out. So I feel like there's very much something hiding once again. Like this is, you know, a fairy type, the Fae folk. So a one-on-one partnership base. And it's like someone, you know, broke something, made a mistake, and they just like went hiding. You know what I mean? Like you can see that he's hiding under the table because he's embarrassed. This is like a dog Pokemon. So it's like the puppy broke something and he's hiding under, you know, the table. And, oh, but there's mommy at like saying like, what did you do? You did this, and you know you did something wrong. So I definitely get that sort of feeling. So small Pokemon flee away from its scary face. It is, however, considered by women to be cute. So I think that there is some sort of, you know, aspect to this person where others might find them extremely intimidating. but like you think it's cute. Like they try to act like they're intimidating, and it's like, oh yeah, honey, that's cute. Like, you're under the table and look what you did. But I think that there's something else that wants to come out in the light here. Okay. Trainer maintenance, but they're working on it. They're working on it. Trainer cards mean that it's somebody else. So the other person is definitely doing some maintenance on this. Like, whatever they broke, they want to fix it. But I think that you've come to the conclusion, like, I just need a breath of fresh air away from this. Like, I found out what I wanted to find out, and, you know, like, it's not lining up right now. Yeah, they can do the fucking work, and I'ma just celebrate for a little bit. Let's see what the shadow aspect of this is. Jirachi, wish. So you wished for this to happen, and I think that maybe you're being a little bit too hard on yourself. Like, this is a holographic card, so it's coming out swinging. It's coming out swinging. Like, this is about, Jirachi is the time traveler, and I feel like, you know, using the attack wish, it's like you really wish that things could have, you know, the star aligned. Like, it's like you kind of wished for this to happen. I feel like you were trying to manifest something that you were like obsessing about, maybe being very vigilant. Like, I know they're hiding this from me. I know they're hiding this from me. And you finally got what you wanted. And yes, it's finally a breath of fresh air, but like you did wish for this to happen. So, I mean, it's in the shadow. I feel like it's a little bit on the darker end, but it's still positive. And you know this, like the holographic, like we have the star and Jirachi coming out. This is very, very positive for you. But it's like, you know, even though it's what you wanted, like, yeah, now I know this, things aren't physically aligning. It's good. I'm going to go celebrate and just breathe. Like, there still is, you know, this darker aspect that you wish that it would have lined up differently is what I'm hearing. But you do understand that things lined up exactly the way that they needed to. It says, the twinkle of the stars, the destiny of love, a miracle that grants wishes in the night sky. Yes, so this is definitely someone that you are destined to be with. You know this, you're aware of this. You know that this is, you know, a divine trial, tribulation type shit. You know what I mean? That's what the Scorpio full moon really brings us, is like, oh, we just need to shed that skin. And, you know, so we can start anew. This person did something that they need to fix. And, like, you are just letting the divine take over. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. What else is going on here for our sweet Aries? The Five of Pentacles. So there is some aspect of things that are, like, that's not physically lining up. Like, I feel like you kind of didn't win on that end. Like, you know, physically, you didn't get what you put in it. In terms of like money, housing situation, anything tangible. Because look at this card, like, you know, here she is, like, here's the guy bringing these Five of Pentacles saying shit like, oh, here, my love, I've brought you my pentacles. And then, you know, there you are raised from the dead. Like, boy, what? Like, what the fuck? You're gonna raise me from the dead and make this offering even though you know it's already dead? Like, now you're gonna do that? Now? Oof. What's the light aspect of this? Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right. So again, this came out before. That's a little bit too many, but I do feel like, you know, this is a very emotional time. I felt like that. All right. There's so much that wants to come out here. Let's just take these. Yeah, okay, I knew it. So it's a very emotional time. This is the third time that this has popped up. So it's very much like, you know, because it's water, it's emotions. So emotions are a little bit flippy floppy, you know what I mean? And this is also associated with the heart chakra. So I think conversation might be on and off. But there was definitely a breach, you know what I mean? Like, we have this water energy here where you have also like breached through an emotional barrier is what I'm getting. Like, something was hidden from you, you found out, and you finally have this breach, this breakthrough emotionally where you're like, they are just offering me shit, like too little too late, buddy. And like, you are just celebrating the fact that you've gotten here. So Paris using blot in reverse and Pikachu using quick attack. So this very much, like, as you can see, it's, you know, Paris is in the rain, and it's very much, you know, mourning, crying, that sort of stuff, like hiding away from the water, from the emotions, you know. And with blot in reverse, it's like you don't want to blot away the tears anymore. Like you're done feeling this sadness, you know, like you've allowed yourself to mourn, and you are allowing yourself to mourn, but you're like, I'm gonna mourn it and like move on. Like this is dead, you know. And this is gonna be, you know, with Pikachu using quick attack, it's very much like it's gonna happen suddenly. And this is about the solar plexus chakra, so, you know, self-expression and self-discovery, things like that. I think that you're gonna start, you know, looking towards yourself and like, who am I? You know what I mean? Like, fuck this person, who am I? And you know, there will be some sort of quick attack that happens to you where that just happens naturally, is what I'm feeling. It says it raises its tail to check its surroundings. The tail is sometimes struck by lightning in this pose. So it does talk about putting your butt up and then getting electrocuted there. So for whoever needs that, there you go. But it talks about, you know, raising its tail to check the surroundings. And when things have to do with the tail, I associate it with things from the past. So, you know, this is about looking to the past and becoming aware of your surroundings. And I think that definitely helps, you know, with this emotional stuff, is like, oh, that stuff in the past, like, you are physically putting that shit to rest. What's the shadow aspect here? Caracosta, sorry, using Aqua Impact. So yeah, this is definitely having a pretty big emotional impact. But I do see that you will breach through it. It's like that Scorpio full moon, you know what I mean? You have to fill the moon up and then release it and just feel all that shit so that it can just die. And, you know, it's going to have an aqua impact, you know, the emotional impact, the water impact. Like, this is definitely some sort of, like, this whole situation, I feel, has really had a pretty heavy emotional impact on you, and you are ready to just breach through and start celebrating. It says, its jaws are terrifyingly powerful. It could eat Amistar, Ammonite whole and not be bothered in the slightest by their shells. So I do think that there may have been some sort of argument where someone, you know, like, their mouth is sharp and they can eat anything without a worry. You know, there's definitely someone who said some very, very strong things, is what I'm getting here. What else is going on for our amazing Aries? Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, a lot. Ooh, with the death and rebirth, or death. Yeah, with the death and rebirth, but with death in reverse. If it wants to come out, it will. So, like, that's the thing. You know, celebration is the death in reverse, that it's not over. Like, you understand that the end of this chapter or this cycle is not the end of anything. You know what I mean? Like, either the story of your heart continues on, or, you know, they're gonna work on their shit and fix it. You know what I mean? And like I said at the beginning, how I kept hearing like the end is just the beginning. It's because, like, it was the 10 of Cups, which is a very positive emotional card that popped out during the cleansing ceremony. And that's like the Day of the Dead. And it's all about, you know, celebrating that, you know, something is dead, but it's not the end, you know, it's just the beginning of a new cycle. And it's celebrating that fact. So I definitely am getting that sort of energy. So, all right, you know what? I just felt like those two weren't the ones. Can you please be specific? Only one or two cards, please. Can you tell us about this celebration? So the Cherry in reverse, yeah, that things are not moving forward. That things are not moving forward. You are celebrating that there is some sort of break. And like this Chariot specifically is about, you know, like the Chariot here is the spirit that comes to take away the dead. Like I'm pretty sure after a battle. Yeah, where they go to collect the dead and bring them to the other world. And, you know, the human onlooker is like cursed for all of eternity because you're not supposed to watch that process, you know? So because it's in reverse, it's like you're not observing the end of crossing to the other side, and you're aware of this, that like this is very much a shamanic type death, that you know, that it doesn't have to be the end, but they have some work to do, and that you can move forward in a different way. You know what I mean? This is not the end of your heart. What is the light aspect? Mischievous using haunt. So, okay. So psychically, they're still haunting you right now. And I think you're aware of that. And maybe that's how you're getting this celebration, is like, they're still around. Like, even though this is over, like maybe you're getting signs about them. Maybe you are, you know, getting synchronicities, or maybe dreams, you know, they might actually be haunting your dreams. But yeah, I think that like psychically they're still around. It says it likes playing mischievous tricks such as screaming and wailing to startle people at night. So there could be some celebration. Maybe you are, you know, getting a little funky at night and, you know, doing whatever, making noise and things like that. But I do feel like this is them visiting you in the dream realm and stuff, like just kind of like, you know, bothering you. What's the shadow here? Alolan Grimer using Sludge Bomb. So this is some dark energy. So they're kind of bringing some like trash to you. Like Sludge Bomb, like ugh. You know what I mean? Like they're still in your psychic energy, and like you understand that it's dark. This is a dark type in the shadow. Like you know this, like that they're going to be around. And you're aware. And it might be a little bit annoying because you're like, oh, such trash. Honestly, such trash. Like, Alolan Grimer is a Pokemon that, like, eats up radioactive waste. Like, they evolved to do that because humans are so terrible. You know what I mean? And they, like, evolved in order to help us survive, just so that, you know, that Grimer could survive. But anyway, so definitely some, like, you know, Sludge Bomb, dark energy that they're around. It says, there are 100 or so of them living in Alola's waste disposal site. They're all hard workers who eat a lot of trash. Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, this person might be a hard worker. Maybe their diet isn't very good. You know, they eat a lot of trash. But that's like, basically, you know, what they're bringing to you is what they're made out of right now. You know what I mean? They might be in a really toxic environment where they're just taking so much shit in. And like, of course, that's what they have to offer you. How could they not? You know, we're all a product of our environment. And I feel like they have evolved along with their environment, and that's where some of this toxicity has come from, and you know, they need to fix that shit. All right, what's going on with taking the breath of fresh air? 5 of Cups in reverse. Yes, exactly. You are done with the loss. Like, I see so much, like, I mean, we have 2 5s out here. That's, you know, pretty heavy. But with the 5 of Cups in reverse, it's like, I'm done. Like, this inequality physically, where now you're trying to offer me something, like, no, I'm done being in the 5 of Cups. Like, this sadness that you had, the 5 of Cups is like not being able to, you know, connect with each other on the emotional level. And like, you are done. You are done with that sadness. You are done not being able to connect in the way that you need to. What's the light aspect here? Breath of fresh air. So that's, you know what? No, that's too many. Can you please be more specific? But I did see, like, you're about to jump on to another person is what I'm getting. Like, you're ready to move on. What's the light aspect? And you know it doesn't mean that it's, yeah, that you know that it doesn't mean that, you know, it's over for you and this person, but you are ready to move on for another person while they fix their shit. And, you know, it's Clefable using Moonblast. Like, the holographics I always take as like, boom, boom, like this is a really important message. And you have 2 of them here. Like, this is a pretty heavy thing. And Moonblast, it's about that full moon, that full Scorpio moon energy of taking that shedding that happened, you know, and just like, whew, like, moon blast it away. And again, this is a fairy type, so it's about that partnership. Like, you really had a lot of revelations around the Scorpio full moon, and it's really helped you bring clarity about this. Like, you were moon blasted. It says, its hearing is so acute that it can hear a pin drop over half a mile away. It lives on quiet mountains. So I feel like this could be a long distance relationship sort of thing, you know, because it talks about hearing something from a mile away. So I feel like you didn't have to even observe it. Like, you could just feel what was going on, you know, like very much, you know, in your psychic connection. And it might be what you dreamt about, where you finally got this realization of like, yes, I finally got the confirmation that I needed. What's the shadow aspect? Because let me tell you, the Scorpio full moon was giving me some dreams too. And so this wants to come out stuck. So done sparse. Wow, yeah. Burrow and roll out. So it's about this cycle that you were caught in, where it's like someone burrows away and then someone also uses rollout. And if you're aware of Pokemon, the attack rollout is something where if you use the attack, then it goes for multiple turns and it keeps getting stronger and stronger. And it's like, you can't use a different attack. Like, once you do that, your attacks are just set for like 5 turns at least, you know, where you don't have control over your Pokemon. So there is someone who is consistently like trying to do something. And I feel like this feels twin flamey a little bit, you know, someone, you know, burrows and then someone is consistently attacking, the chaser, the runner, that type of shit. And I feel like that cycle is just like, you've realized that you've been stuck in that cycle and that it just needs to be let go. It says, it digs in the ground with its tail and makes a maze-like nest. It can fly just a little. So it talks about, you know, getting in a, like, how it burrows is like a maze. I feel like this has been very confusing for you. I'm sorry, Aries, but you got the confirmation that you needed. And I feel like it might have been from a dream. And, you know, like, it's maze-like this is too confusing. You know that there is, you know, it's digging themselves into the ground to make like a nest and things like that. And like, it can fly just a little. So I feel like someone has gotten themselves into something a little bit too deep, where they can't, you know, they can only fly just a little. And I think that is another reason why you're like, ugh, like, I am done with that. All right, what does Aries need to hear about love right now? Desire does not demand love before it traps you, but desire with love creates a powerful bond. So I definitely feel like this is... I feel like someone was trying to demand something of someone, and it's like, you know, it's kind of that, you know, chaser runner sort of thing, is where like, if you, you know, if you try to demand love from them in that way, you know, to try to trap them, you know, that's not how it works. Like, you both have to want each other and desire each other, you know, when you have that love, and that creates the bond. You know, there's no demanding or trying to trap someone or anything like that. It's very much... Yeah, wow. It's very much just like when, you know, like, you know that this cycle is done, but it's like when you both have the desire and the love, it will just, you guys naturally gravitate towards each other. All right, what should we focus on healing for Aries? Okay, what? Should Aries just not focus on anything? What's going on? I feel like there's a lot. There's a lot that you're wondering on what to focus on. Message from afar. So expect a message, you know. I think that someone is going to be messaging you from afar. Maybe it's someone that you have gotten the confirmation through the dreams, and they might actually be reaching out to give you this information or some kind of confirmation. But I also think that there could be a different person that texts you, that it might be a good idea to, you know, get in contact with them. because it did look like you are going to be moving on to another person, you know, maybe not forever, but for the time being. So I think that someone is going to be reaching out to you. So that's great, Aries. All right, my sweet Aries, I hope that you got what you needed, and thank you again. Please like, comment, subscribe. The more energy that you send to me, the more I can send to you. And yeah, I will link the regular May reading to this if you're interested in checking that one out as well. And I will also do the erotica tarot link, so at the end of this video. All right, I will see you again for your next reading. Mwah. Bye bye. Love you very much.